What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead and do a discussion video about The Walking Dead and Carl Grimes specifically about how his story arc doesn't make sense from Season 7 to Season 8. Obviously, spoiler warning of the whole entire series, the comics a little bit, Season 7, Season 8 of The Walking Dead and Carl Grimes. So stop watching now if you're not up to date about that stuff. Spoiler warning. But Carl Grimes, we're going to talk about it, and it's very interesting, and I want to know your thoughts. But first, guys, if you can, hit that subscribe button to help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. We post videos every day about The Walking Dead and various content, and I don't want you to miss out. But we would love for you to be part of our family, the PT channel, and The Walking Dead community. But Carl Grimes is going to die in episode 809. It's a shame because he's been around since the very beginning of the show, and we thought he would be the future of the show. Rick handing over the reins to Carl. Maybe Carl is still the future of the comic, but the show and the comic, they're doing some variations. Maybe it's contracts, money, writing, ego, whatever it is, it's going to happen that Carl's off the show. And it's a shame. But how did we get there? We'll talk about Season 7 to Season 8 and recap Carl a little bit, talk about the comics. But Carl Grimes is and will forever be a big character in the world of The Walking Dead. The comic, the show, will always be there, even when Carl dies on the show. But Chandler Riggs has been there since the first season to Season 8. He's been a little kid to a teenager. He grew up with us. We grew up with him. We've seen him change from a decent actor to a pretty good actor, I'd say. He's okay. He's not the best actor by any means. He has some iconic things like the pudding house and losing an eye and getting shot a bunch of times and, with Lori and, a lot of things were in the future for him. He's had it rough, probably some of the roughest situations have come Carl's way. Maggie's had it pretty rough, but Carl's been shot more than once, lost an eye. It's been tough for him. But I'm going to live through Carl with the comic book. I want to see the future of the character through the comics, of course, because Carl Grimes is the future, right? Maybe, maybe not. We all thought that until Season 8 came along and forever changed the story of Carl Grimes. Episode 806, 808, and then 809. He was in episode 801, but he didn't have the biggest role by any means. And that's a big thing. Carl wasn't always around in the World of the Walking Dead episodes because of Chandler Riggs being in school and this and that. But Carl is a part of the show. So he's going to be gone after episode 809. This is most likely his grave. I can't wait to find out. I'm excited to see the conclusion of it. It should be very sad going forward, but Carl will always live on through it. He survived Lucille. He survived getting gunshot. He survived this and walkers and until he got bit. And it's like, wow, what a way to go out for Carl Grimes, right? And a lot of people are pissed because I don't have a problem with Carl dying as much as I have a problem with how it happened. If it makes sense for the storyline, I'm like, I can kind of buy into that. But we'll talk about that. So in episode 707, Carl went rogue and went after Negan at the sanctuary. He stowed away in a truck and was going to shoot Negan. He killed my friends. I'm here to kill Negan. I'm just here for Negan. And he killed 2 saviors, I think, and didn't shoot Negan, didn't do anything. He was taken out by Dwight. And then the Negan-Carl relationship blossomed, and Carl and Negan found out that they kind of like each other, and they kind of can respect each other. And Negan saw, Carl's okay, and Carl's a badass, and and it was just kind of a connection with it, right? So what happened that day to change Carl's mind? Did he not want to kill Negan ever again? I mean, we all know that Negan was going to kill Carl before Shiva saved the day. So where was that situation again that came around that Carl was okay with Negan? I mean, if someone tried to kill me, my friends, my family, my father, this and that, I really wouldn't be like, Negan's a cool guy. Let's keep Negan alive. And the word is that Carl dying is going to keep Negan alive for some reason. So we'll see how it plays out. I'm excited for the second half of Season 8 to see how it goes on, if it makes sense or not. But so in Season 7, Episode 7, we have all this, where Negan was almost killed by Carl, not really. Then Negan and Carl came together and bonded, and he sang him a song, and Negan swung a baseball bat, and it was like, all right, what's going on here? Then Negan took Carl back to Alexandria. I made him spaghetti. And it was kind of funny with Negan and, Carl and Judith, and there was a lot of comical things going on there. So 707 came and went, 708, and then the break on there too. And then all the way at the end of Season 7, Negan's going to kill Carl right there. If Shiva doesn't save the day, Carl's dead. So Negan was going to prove a point and kill Carl, make Rick suffer, and just end that. But Shiva, the kingdom, saved the day, and if it wasn't for Shiva and that, Carl, you're dead. but you're still alive. So remember, Carl, you were going to die. Negan was going to kill you. Why would you be like, Negan's all right, keep him alive, show mercy? Negan wasn't going to show you any mercy. He was going to hit you in with Lucille. Where does that make sense? Now we get the mercy principle from Siddiq, which I don't mind having mercy for the right situation and the right people. Are the saviors those people? In my eyes, no freaking way. So the war goes on, it's kind of lackluster and whatever, but Carl, Rick, they're having this whole dialogue about doing this and have to have hope and just showing the whole principle of having mercy and working together. And it's not about Rick Grimes, it's about the world, and it's bigger than just one person. And I buy that concept, just not with the saviors and Negan, because they are dangerous. Keeping them alive is not good and probably will not bode well for you in the future. Then we have episode 806, Carl, Siddiq. Carl saves Siddiq and gets bit. Has nothing to do with Negan and the war or any of that concept whatsoever, but the principle is trying to be there, that he's okay, that it's all right, that he can die, that is he okay? Yeah, but Carl kind of accepts his fate. We don't see the bite, we don't see that. That's a whole other concept, a whole other problem with it, but Carl is bit there, gets back to Alexandria, and has his last stand against Negan, but Negan is not going to be the responsible one for killing Carl. Carl saving Siddiq and getting bit by a walker is how he died. They're going to be clearly showing that because they don't want Negan to be responsible for killing Carl, because if Negan killed Carl, then there's no way Rick can save Negan's life. So that doesn't make sense to me. But that's the whole big thing, is that Carl's going to say to Rick, keep Negan alive. Well, maybe not so directly, but in a message to say, like, show mercy, work together, you have to make it work, do it for me. My last dying wishes are to do this. Do you buy it? I don't really buy it. But the Atlanta 3 is who's left. We had Atlanta 5 plus Morgan. I know I got to say this in every video because everyone's like, Morgan was there too. No, he wasn't. He wasn't in Atlanta at the quarry with these people. So he wasn't part of this group. But we're going to lose Carl in episode 809. And it's just crazy to think that's where it's going. And I'm trying to just understand the second half of season 8 and the future of the show based on this idea. Story arc with Carl and Gimple and Kirkman and whoever wrote it and whoever said, that's a good idea. Or was it about money or monetary or changing things up just to be able to do that and to show that I have the power and I can do this? So somebody at this table, maybe it's both people, are responsible for the Carl story arc. And I would love for these people to step up and say and have a public service announcement and tell us what's going on with this. So how do we get from 707, where Carl wanted to kill Negan, and then time went by? Don't know how much time went by, but maybe it's a week, maybe it's 2 weeks at the most time frame, to episode 808 and then 809, which is going to be the continuation of that same day. So it's the same there. I know it's been a year in the world of The Walking Dead since we've seen it, but the timeline of their timeline is only a couple days here, a couple hours there, maybe a week or something when they went to go see the kingdom and stuff between 707 to episode 808 into 809. So I want to know your thoughts, guys, about this. How do we get there from Carl wanting to kill Negan to him wanting to save Negan's life? Anyone on Instagram or Twitter, we are at the PT channel. Give us a follow. We post stuff there all the time, like daily trivia and fun stuff. On Facebook, Walking Dead Community Facebook page and a group, the PT channel page, the Walking Dead mystery boxes, Walker Stalker fans. We got a lot of stuff on social media. Walking Dead mystery boxes are $38, free shipping through PayPal. It's good stuff in there, guys. I'm putting a lot of extra stuff. I say 6 to 7 items, but I've been putting more and more bonus stuff in there to load up these boxes so you feel like you got some cool stuff, and the reviews have been pretty good so far. Fight for Us, my book series, 4 books available now, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Kindle versions, paperback, of course. You can be part of it, guys. 15 to 25 bucks through Patreon or PayPal. It's sometimes easier to get it through PayPal, so let me know if you want to be interested in that. I can make you a character in there, good guy, bad guy, weapons, just a cool story arc. I can put you in there as long as you want to be. And I think it's a cool idea for you to be a part of my world of Fight for Us. There's the 4 books there. Book 5 will be out very soon. I'm finishing up the edit as we speak, and I'll let you know when it's available. And thanks, guys, for watching.